Hello guys, after 13 days I finally found the time to do another video today. So let's jump right into it because we have some interesting things going on. So basically the last 2 weeks where I didn't have that much time, we actually, now it looks like we confirmed and found our cycle low, and since then we chopped up a little bit. We can clean up the chart now. As you know, we had the idea of 2 possible cycles for Bitcoin, and now with this lower cycle low we can basically confirm this as the correct count, so we can delete the other possible count we had in mind, and now we have our cycle low confirmed, which is really nice. So we can delete most of this stuff and also this short-term stuff. The idea was that we have the range here. As you can see, we broke down of the range, backtested it 2 times and then broke down another time, went into this liquidity zone here pretty much perfectly, bounced back up also above this support line and are grinding up here. So this was also perfect in the cycle low time frame. So now, which is really good, we have our daily and weekly cycle low for Bitcoin, also for the stock market. So that's our invalidation point. So actually that is really nice to have, because we can basically say if we break this daily and weekly cycle low, then the likelihood of a bear market is low. So let's say we go back to the range here, which is also the 382 Fibonacci level, fail to break up, chop around, go down and then break this low, then the likelihood of a bear market is extremely high. Also, I would say if we now backtest, break the low, fail the cycle, that's like 80% chance that we are in a bear market, but not 100%. And then in combination with the 30 weekly moving average, which is also there a weekly close. So if we have a weekly close below this white line, the 30 weekly moving average below, and also we break this low, which is also the same price level, then the likelihood of a bear market is really high. But so far it's looking good. We are in the time frame for daily and weekly cycle low, so the odds are really great that we see another move up. We can expect some resistance here because of the range and the 382, but let's hope that we can break back into the range and then go to new highs. Also, I would be interested, so of course there's always 2 possibilities. Do you think we will go down again, maybe chop around more, or do you think we get a lockout move? Which is both possible, but I would be interested what you guys think. So yeah, basically looking quite good. We now can set our lows and have the invalidation for bull and bear market. And yeah, we have resistance here and also the range resistance. I can also delete this so it's a bit more clearer. So basically if the stock market continues to go up in Bitcoin, then it looks really good for altcoins also and the stocks also. So yeah, let's see, maybe we get some more price movement up to the range, then a bit of rejection with Fibonacci retracement, and then hopefully back up. But if we fail and break the lows and also close a weekly below the 30 MA, then we can invalidate the bull market basically. Same thing here, our chart with the tweets. We are close above the range, maybe a bit of chop, hopefully we break out, but we have a clear invalidation, which is nice. XRP is a really nice chart, looks really good. We had another low here, I think, yeah, that was 36 days, and here 60. So in general it's a 30-day cycle, but not that close. So we had here 35 days and then 25 days. So now we had 36 days, so maybe the next one is a bit shorter. So if we get the 2 ones together, 60, then we would expect another cycle low coming on the 4th of April. But yeah, so far it's looking really good. We didn't even go down here into the liquidity zone, didn't even break this low, had our low here and then moved up. The resistance, we had a fake out here, went down again, but now we broke out, retested, and are currently moving up. So if we go higher with XRP and also break above the 30 daily moving average, that's a really good sign. And in general, I mean, XRP is my biggest position and it's by far one of the strongest altcoins this season, holding up extremely well also against Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin breaks the all-time highs and also the stock market, then I think XRP will go a lot higher because we have really strong move up, consolidation sideways, not really that much drawdown, and yeah, looking really good. CRV, I think last video we made was, I think, the drum pump somewhere around here. We found another lower low. We dipped into this liquidity zone here, actually just about perfectly. We had a cycle low time frame, 33 days. Usually I think it's 25, about 25. So it was a bit longer than normally, but we found a low and now moving up. We broke the resistance downwards. So it's looking really good at the moment. Also broke the 30-day moving average. And you can see here again why the Fibonacci retracements are so nice. Here the move up, initial move up, retraced perfectly to the 382, which is the minimum retracement level for Fibonacci theory, before moving up more. And now we're currently at the end of this liquidity zone. And the next cycle low should be, I think it's usually 25 days, so the 5th of April also. So similar to XRP. So maybe we see a bit more, like depending on Bitcoin's move, bit more move to the upside or some chop, retracement to the cycle low, which should fall into the Fib retracement, then depending on the market also move higher up. But in general, CRV is looking really nice. Also have a big position in it. Basically we had a huge move up, basically a fake out to the upside, chop, move down, and then we backtested this range again. And then now, like we perfectly backtested it, and now we bounce up strongly, broke this resistance, and also broke the weekly 30-day last week. So I think if the bull market continues, you could see a move up to the highs, and we are currently at, I don't know, like 40 cents. Move to the highs would be $6. So the chart is looking really nice. Chainlink is also looking really good. I think last video we spoke about this support line with the daily closes. So we never had a daily close below it, and we broke this white support line to downside sadly, backtested it, and then went down here and didn't have a daily close below it. It held. That was the low so far. We moved up together with Bitcoin and also broke out of this resistance line. So that's great to see. Also you see here from this total move, the 786, we broke it down, but only one daily close below it, two. But then we moved pretty fast back up, so that's good to see. So basically it held more or less, and now we are moving to the upside. Currently here at this level, and that's the 0.5 of the move down. So that's also a bit of resistance, but if we can move up together with the market, it looks good that we held support here and held the 786 and are moving back up. So maybe also this retracement is finished and now we could see higher prices. I think Solana we mostly also looked at. Solana was really weak. I'm also not that interested in Solana anymore because of the weakness. And here you see comparison to the Chainlink chart we just looked at. We definitely broke down the 786 like by a lot. Even made almost lower lows here, so the last low was here. So it's way weaker than Chainlink, for example. And yeah, basically when I was starting out, I always thought, yeah, when something falls a lot in price, it's interesting to buy because you have more upside, but that's the wrong way to think about it. You should always look for confirmation and for strength. in the market and buy projects with high probability of a winning trade. So yeah, it's not looking good. We broke down the 786. I think if the market goes up, we can see also another push higher from Solana. I mean, we also broke this line now to the upside, but I think the upside potential generally for this bull market is limited because also Solana already had a huge move up. And yeah, it's the Solana Bitcoin chart we also talked about in comparison to the Solana to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. And yeah, we had a big range breakdown. I thought maybe if the bull market continues, maybe we get another move up, at least to the range to backtest it, or maybe like the normal retracement, 0.382 should be somewhere here up to the 786. So the best case would be the sold Bitcoin maybe to the 786, more likely maximum to the 618, and then to get out of Solana somewhere here, because yeah, Solana is also went up by a lot already, so there's I think not that much left to go from the bear market bottom until now. It's already 1600 and to the top 3600. So yeah, comparison to CRV, which is from the bottom up, I think, yeah, 180 and has a long way to go, and also looking quite healthy. So yeah. Alright, then to the stock market, the most important thing basically. We also found our daily and weekly cycle low here, almost perfectly, 41 days. So 40 is the usual time frame. And the good thing is, same with Bitcoin, we now have a clear invalidation. So we have the cycle low set now, can delete this time frame. And also, like until yesterday, I would say, yeah, it doesn't really look good because we couldn't even break the 236 in almost a week. But now, today, Monday, we broke up by a lot during the pre-market. Currently at the 382, which is the normal retracement. So, and also here, like resistance here at this level. So maybe that's all of the pump already. We could fill the gap to the downside anyway, so we have to keep that in mind. I mark it with the yellow one. But yeah, let's see how it looks like. I mean, we have the cycle low here, so the probability is that we have more upside, but still it's completely possible that we reject here, reject here, go back down, just as also the fractal is saying, and if we break this low, maybe also get a move up. But if we fail this cycle low, then it's a big warning sign that the bear market is in, and we have the top already for Bitcoin and also the stock market. So yeah, let's see what happens. Of course, we would hope that we can see some strength breakouts and then go to the upside. But the good thing is, as I said also with Bitcoin, we have the clear invalidation now. So we can work with this. We have a clear level to watch. We have some strength. We know that the cycle low is here. We can set up the time frame for the half cycle low. So that's 20 days with the 40-day cycle in yellow. And then the next cycle low, 40 days, that's 41. 1 day less here in green. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get a push, Bitcoin and the markets together. But yeah, we have to keep in mind we are at the 382 and also at resistance. So we could also fall down. We could definitely fill this gap back down here. I mean, if that's the top short term, then you see the 382 is perfect, in perfect alignment with the gap. So it would be completely normal to go down here, retrace. Also Mondays are sometimes like a little fake out in the week. So we could easily retrace here, chop around a bit and then move up. Would be completely normal and healthy. But yeah, the big thing is the cycle lows. And if we can get some strength or fall down. And also depending on this, the other stocks are moving. GameStop, I think I forgot to mention in the last video. I think I bought a position somewhere here and hope that we get a move up. But actually we felt this line to the downside and fell down here to the 786, which luckily held, and also which I noticed that's the half cycle low time frame. That's the next cycle low. I basically made a mistake. I should have set my stop loss here, or at least here, but since I was not at the charts and had a lot of other stuff to do, I didn't really set stop losses. We went down a lot further from my entry. Luckily now it moved back up higher, but yeah, you should always set your stop loss to be safe and to reduce your risk. Generally, nice move up. What could happen is that we backtest this Fib line, which we broke down, which is now resistance. So it would be possible to just backtest this and then fall down and form a lower cycle low. But tomorrow evening, I think Tuesday evening after hours, is earnings. So yeah, that's a wild card. You don't know if it's really great. I believe it could be really great. Then of course the stock could shoot up, and opposite is true. We also have a gap. So yeah, it's really hard to say right now what will happen. So maybe it's better for people that don't have a position to just wait and see what earnings brings tomorrow after hours and then decide what to do. But yeah, so maybe let's see if we can see strength, or if we reject here at this resistance and fall down, and yeah, depending on what happens, we can always decide what to do afterwards. But yeah, also as you see here, breakout now today above this resistance level, and yeah, basically let's see what happens. Let's see what the earnings call bring, and then we check again. Really interesting today. Clean spark is extremely strong. As you can see, move up of 18%, so that's quite a lot. We only chopped around the last 2 weeks. As we talked about the gap here, we perfectly filled, and we also had the cycle low. Sorry, 20 days. So here, that's the cycle low. We can delete this. Perfectly on the day, because 20 days is the usual cycle. And then we only chopped around here, had a really high move up, and yeah, as you see, we had this resistance lines, chop, and then now huge move up. So depending on Bitcoin, looking good, looking like it has a lot of strength, and yeah, depending on the market and Bitcoin, we can see quite a lot more upside. But yeah, so far the strength is looking nice. And yeah, if we can break above this resistance line, that would be great. And also the safe spot to look at would be this resistance line. So maybe we get some breakout here, get some chop resistance, and then if we break out this one with a daily close or 2 daily closes, then that's a really nice sign for more upside in the long trade. So we can put the next cycle low time frame in already. It soon would be here, so maybe some chop down into this and then move up. Alright, long video again. Let's finish with the precious metals. Gold and silver behaving exactly as planned. We had a move up, breakout out of the cycle low. We had a resistance here, and currently going down. Actually a bit early in my opinion. The cycle low time frame is here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see another move up. So maybe we see like a little bit of a double top here and then moving down into the retracement zones before then likely moving back up. And the red thing you see is like the target zone for gold, which I put, I think, years ago here, and it's looking quite possible that we reach it. And yeah, so far precious metals are behaving exactly as expected. So maybe a little bit of move up before then going into the retracement, the cycle low, then one last push at least to the upside. And finally, same story with silver, but silver was quite a bit weaker than gold actually. And we had to break out. We had the cycle low here in mind, breakout, had the resistance here in mind. Retracement was, I think, pretty perfect. Can delete all this retracement, sorry for that. Right, this one and this one, and then now currently moving down to the weekly cycle low and looking weak right here, but maybe get also another bounce up and then down here to the cycle low. Would be pretty nice if we backtest this resistance line as support and then move up out of the cycle. So yeah, just as expected. And that's it for this video. I hope you have a great week and see you in the next one. Bye bye.